Absolutely, Trav. I mean, it is slightly open-ended, but like you say, this is all Entropiq right now. Like, they should absolutely be the team who qualifies for this event. You know, when you look at the
Yes.
names on paper, they probably should be the favorites, even though they're not the highest ranked team at the moment. You just have the names, man. You've got the names on that squad. You know, Ellie and Mia, the two highlight players. And Trav, we haven't even had much time. It looks like the players are on time. That's so refreshing. Here we go.
Love
Dust2
it.
up first, picked by Astronauts. They find themselves on the T side, and we are underway.
Yep, the astronauts, as they will be known on the ESL HUD. And you can see all the player names, of course, so you won't get mixed up. Denim, Aben, Dukey, Neox, and Jury. Neox is a very unknown prospect. There's actually no history for him whatsoever on HLTV. Young Turkish talent in this mixed team. And on Dust2, you never know if there's any map which you'd want to see a team like this perhaps cause an upset. It's a puggy map like Dust2. But to begin with, Mir is already on a big flank here.
I mean, the thing is the aim battle should surely favor Entropiq, right? And already off the bat, Mir's been able to make his way up middle. Does decapitate Jury, and he's going to have a lot of work to do. He's got a couple players circumventing him coming through from T-spawn. He hears the footsteps. If he could get one more kill here before he goes down, that would be fantastic. He's even got support from the double doors. Actually quite a heavy posturing towards middle coming through from Entropiq right now. You got Nickelback spotting through the doors, and you have a player on the short. Mia, he gets the court of guard there from Neox. Eventually he will fall, but with only 45 seconds left on the clock, Astronauts need to get a move on.
Yeah, I mean, the only bit of control they have is mid, right? They're going to finally make their way up cat now. Forrester's spotting for it, though, playing that very tight angle just to spot for the information. And it's all going to be on Alien on the site and Crad on Car, but he gets taken out. Nice headshot from Dukey. A good bit of flash support, and Alien gets both. That's an MVP flashbang from Nickelback. And in the end, he helps out for a frag as well. Aben is lurking in mid, and he's been spotted. 20 seconds to go. He's miles away, and Entropiq should not be giving him this one.
That's one of the most awkward fights you can take on Dust2 is when you come through double doors and you have to fight with the player towards long, especially when you have a Glock and you just compromise your position, you can't get the frag. Now he's trying to rush his way forward, but there's no time, and he has lost his head to Alien. 3 kills in the round for the sniper, gets the job done with the pistol, and it's Entropiq who open up their account first.
Yep, that's a great start for Entropiq, and in the end there, it was basically... don't die after time. Dying after time on pistol round is a pretty big nightmare in most rounds, but on pistol round, it's yeah, it would be an even more of an unusual situation and one that they shouldn't have let happen. So they managed that in the end. And they're going to go for a bit of an eco actually. No force buy, of course. No bomb plant. So
yes,
not going to take that risk. I'm just going to allow the guns to come through in round 3.
So I guess we could use this opportunity to just, you know, talk about the context of this game a bit. Entropiq, they've kind of been, you know, falling to the wayside a little bit. I mean, they peaked at 9th best team in the world, you know, when they were really hitting their stride. But, you know, they've been struggling over the past few weeks, Trav. I think they ranked like 32nd when I checked earlier or something like that. It feels like that's not really a true reflection of this team and the names in the squad. So they've got some work to do, mate, to try and get back to the heights they were once at.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, they missed out on Valencia because of I think they lost to Sprouts in the opening portion of the bracket. I think Sprout beat everyone in that qualifier, but yeah, it's not been a decent run for them of late. They haven't had an event really, so that's probably why they have dropped in the rankings. But as you say, it is deceiving. And as you can see, Mir is already off to a hot start. 3 quick headshots for him. I know it's against pistols, but they were very clean indeed. 2-0.
Yes.
Guns should come up.
Hypothetically, yes, they should, and they will. AK's in play. Hypothetically speaking, though, for Astronauts, there should be, you know, we always want, as casters, we always want to dress up the storyline as exciting as we possibly can. But, like, there should be no chance in this series for Astronauts when you consider they're going up against the might of this Entropiq team, especially considering the map pool. I mean, we've got Dust2 and then Ancients, you know, 2 stronghold maps here for Entropiq. It's going to be an early long tape coming through from Astronauts, and they've got their control.
And you mentioned in the pre-game, right? You're absolutely right in saying that the Astronauts NASA team, that they do like playing Inferno. That's where they've had some pretty decent success as this little mixed team. But that's a map that Entropiq don't play. So yeah, it's not going to be the easiest for them. Mir is once again ridiculously aggressive toward the top of mid, actually in suicide already. The scout though should get taken out. Of course, it is a bonus buy for Entropiq, and Astronauts right now are eating it up nicely.
Yeah, they're keeping things really simple, getting themselves early long control, transitioning in towards the A bomb site, getting themselves a couple picks, making that bomb site weak, and priming it for the taking. And they've actually been flawless so far in this round. Finally, Mia will be rewarded for his patience, but certainly shouldn't be impacting the outcome of the round. I think Forrester just wants to save the AK. Mia going to continue to pursue this cause here towards long. Going to be making his way in towards Neox. I mean, I'm still sort of wondering if they intend to actually go for this. There's no kits in play either. I feel like saving these rifles is the play. Trav, Nia getting another, but he's lost his teammates. That should be enough for him to call it a day. Get out of there, lad.
Yep. Maybe if it was the pre-patch M4, had 5 more bullets, that would have been a kill through the lid of the car, because every single one of the Astronauts players are below 60 health. Denim, 1 bullet from death, anywhere, even in the pinky finger, even in the little toe, anywhere, take him out. But yeah, it's a good start. It's exactly what the T side needed. Get themselves that early T gun round in their favour. And Jury seems to prefer the FAMAS, actually, which is a bit of a surprise. He's picked it up instead over, I believe, probably would have had a Galil, if I'm not mistaken.
So that is
interesting
probably
choice.
not a very popular decision. I mean, I guess we're seeing why Astronauts decided to go with Dust2 coming into the series, right? Because it's a map that you can play with like the utmost simplicity, especially on the T side. You know, just take long control, transition in towards the A side. Not much detail required to actually, you know, to actually get onto the bomb site itself. So, yeah, I can see, at least in the early stages, why they feel like this would have been their best option outside of Inferno, as you already mentioned.
Yeah. I'm sure Entropiq will, while they'll not know how this team plays at all, they'll know the players, right? And they'll know of Aben and Jury, like long-term sort of stalwarts of sort of like, you know, the advanced sort of level, always fragging pretty well at that level, always creating these teams which make some decent progress at this level as well. And of course, taking advantage of the fact there are a lot of teams that are occupied with Cologne. Nab their way into this qualifier, maybe get some progress, but at the moment this buy round is a complete polar opposite to the previous. Great hold from Crad toward long, hit, player gets both kills, and then Nickelback can peek to help out, and just like that they went around with all 5 up.
Yeah, that's flawless coming through from Entropiq. They kind of reeled things in a little bit that round. I mean, we've seen Entropiq have a bit of a tendency to get aggressive up middle in these early stages of Dust2. This time, they've just got the 2-man setup towards double doors. A nice little bait and switch there. Alien gets that kill, baits in his teammate who's playing anti-flash. And it actually just looks really simplistic there for Entropiq to get across the line. And it's a bit concerning, I suppose, for all Astronauts, you know, that it did go so easily for their opponents. And they've all gone to what worked, Trav. It's the long thing.
Here we go. Bit of a lineup, though. Nickelback and Crad together, holding each other's hands and hitting so many shots. Look at the damage they've done single-handedly in this round. Look at this. Just 2 players, but now with the help of Alien's grenade and Crad's as well. An airstrike. Oh, look at that. We're already, we're back together casting again, and already we're saying the same things at the same time, like an orchestra, like a chorus.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
The chemistry is undeniable, Trav. It's great to be back alongside your side once again, mate. And there we go. That's 2 flawless rounds back-to-back for Entropiq. Insane. And those were gun rounds as well, mate. Now they've got themselves the luxury of the anti-eco, and this is looking rough.
It is looking rough. Woof indeed. It's a bit of an early test for them. They've got their 1 round, which they were expected to win against the bonus buy of Entropiq. And then they sort of have to go into the next stage of, well, we just need to try and get some deagle picks, see where we go from there. The Ox holding suicide, looking to try and get a cheeky shot, but Alien says no to that one. He holds for the second cross as well. Oof. Get him out with a headshot to boot. Oh, there we go. Juki, the infamous, as we know. Gets a nice headshot. But I think that's probably all going to be all they write home about in this round, with just Aben left to support him.
Yeah, mere consolation frag, maybe try and do a bit of damage to Entropiq's economy, which is already sort of starting to snowball out of control, Trav. I mean, you got 10k on Nickelback. Yeah. Everybody else is also sitting really pretty right now, so Entropiq going to be feeling really good about the position they've been able to get themselves into here in the early stages of Dust2. As for Astronauts, well, there's work to be done. Where do they go from here is the question. Their early long take has been shut down. We've seen them try a little bit more of a passive approach with some splits that got shut down. Do we see maybe a B exit coming through? I mean, how much can they really fall back onto here?
That's the thing, right? That's the thing with Dust2 is while I said it's a puggy map which can often help out for mixed teams, it's also a map which doesn't give you a huge amount of options. You've got the long take, you've got cat to mid split, and you've got a B execute. Like those are your three options usually,
yeah.
And that is it. One change up I have been impressed with recently, especially at like mid-tier EU, tier 2 EU, and sort of end of tier 1 as well, is that when they go for the long take and teams take it successfully, there'll be some rounds where they go for the smoke on the cross, right, and the deep CT smoke to be covered and have no risk, but also a round where you can just go for a triple swing as a group and go for the kills. So I like to see that change up, but at the moment this change up for Forrester is damage toward B.
Yeah, I think that is a nice little evolution that you just mentioned that you can sort of see, taking place on Dust2. More of an aggressive approach, I would say, an aggressive stance. Kills favoring Entropiq here in this round so far. Nice phase through the smoke there from Jury. Catches Nickelback off guard and actually brings it back into an even numbers situation. Alien can be the player to get those numbers back in his team's advantage, but he can't connect on the shots. Now the bomb are going to get across as well with the well-placed flag. And actually, it's Astronaut to have the advantage in the round. Yeah, should be able to get a plant at the bare minimum. Can Crad do anything about that is the question. Should be the short answer. So I don't think he's going to be able to have any say.
Oh, he's been tapped down by Neox as well. And he even dry peaks Elliot in CT. Oh, this young Turkish player could be one to keep an eye on. Two great frags from him. Crad was playing retake very comfortably, right? He wasn't too bothered about it. He was sort of playing the long ranges. I think they knew he was the pit player from the previous rounds. And in the end, didn't really mean much at all. Great headshots from Neox. 2 more kills on the round for him. And I'm sure the Turkish fans, of which there are many in Counter-Strike, will be keeping their close eye on this guy for a possible future upgrade to some of the better teams. Really, the main one is Eternal Fire. Yeah, exactly. The main one is Eternal Fire these days, and they've literally just picked up Major, right? Back from Valorant. So, back from the V-Word game. So, it's important for them, I would say, to have a main IGL now, so neither Xantares or Woxic has to do it, which is great to see, but that will play out away from here.
It just feels like, surprise, surprise, neither Woxic nor Xantares was able to take the IGL. Like, I mean, come on, Like,
they made the major and got stickers, right? That's an accomplishment.
I know, but what else have they, like, that's just the only... Okay, I'm not going to get into this conversation right now because I have a lot to say about that. And we have an important gun round coming through. But, if we need to go into podcast mode, we'll pick that one up again. Let's put it on ice for now. What I will say, Astronaut's success in the previous round, I don't know how sustainable it is, Trav. That was just a round, Neox just dry swinging, phasing through smokes, catching players off guard. It's not like it looked great or was like a super impressive, well-worked round, right? So, still a lot to prove here for Astronauts.
For sure. Crad, they know where Crad is, that's for certain. They've mollied him and naded him twice in toward car. So he's not long for this world, you'd imagine. He's going for a duel. Yeah, he missed, but it actually does force Crad into a peek. As he probably thinks,
I think he only peeked because he saw the molly coming. I don't think he realized it actually missed the mark.
Good point. They all get boosted up towards the site, and he's 9-1 still so far, saved with multiple of these rounds at the moment. Forrester going to the spray to the edge of the smoke, supported by Elian. And Mir will get that 1 kill. So 4v4, and they have not yet crossed long, so it should still be in Entropiq's favour with the boost coming in as well.
Oh man, that's a no-scope straight through the smoke coming through from Alien. Gets the man advantage for his team in the process. Jury at least has been able to cross, and he is the player carrying the C4. So at least they're going to be getting a bomb plant and turning this into a post-plant situation. Putting some pressure back onto Entropiq. Oh god, Jury. It's a great shot there onto Nickelback. Trade does come through. Now the pressure shifts. It's Neox who's on the off angle in the open towards long. He adds another to his tally. Alien and Mir, they're the players who have to get the job done. No kit, and only a smoke between them as well, Trav.
Yeah, this is not looking too hot. I mean, the smoke is important, but it does cover the bomb. And Aben now with the AWP from the long range, it's going to be hard to hit that shot immediately. And Alien's taking out the close player. He looks for the second, and that's perfect team play on the retake for Entropiq. That is years of experience coming through there for Alien and Mir. The smoke is what wins them that for sure. But Alien had his teammates back anyway.
I also really like the way that Mia positioned himself on the bomb there to get the defuse. He actually jumped across to the single box, whereas normally you would see players try and, stick as close as they can to the double box. So, just changing up the traditional approach. I also want to point out, Alien and Mia have 21 kills between them in the first 8 rounds, Trav. That's a lot of frags, man.
Dirty
Just
start.
3 deaths. They're 21 for 3 between the two of them.
Remember that game we casted with Copenhagen Flames with Roy and Yabi just going absolutely ridiculously nuts on Nuke? Had like 45 kills in one half between them. That was legendary. I wonder what number we'll reach with these guys today. Jury and Denim already taking some damage with a grenade toward long. Crad wants to peek it, but he wants to try and organise that peek with Nickelback, and they will do that, but it does allow the T side to escape back toward long, and I even go for a boost toward long doors actually.
Yeah, it's only Crowd who's actually been left here by his own devices, or to his own devices, should I say. In the meantime, Astronaut's actually taking some control towards middle here, so a bit of a change-up, showing that early presence towards long, as has been the case throughout the half so far. But just trying to use that to bait Entropiq into focusing on that part of the map, although they're still just keeping their options open right now.
They are indeed. They won't be unhappy with 2 rounds so far, especially considering that Aben and Denim have not had the best of starts. Only 1 kill between the both of them. Or 2 kills, sorry, between the both of them. 1 each. So, a tough one. And there we go. Crad goes searching for that information toward long, and Aben's been spotted. So, there's no reason for Crad to swing that again. He's got the information. So, 30 seconds to go, and up Cat has to be the play. Grenades coming in, doing more damage on the lurker toward B. The bomb is taking a long time, and Alien is in position.
Oh, they're so light on utility as well. That molly is going to be so much. They can't even get across. The bomb carrier's been dropped in. The bomb's dropped into CT. It's a disaster. Oh, GG's. That's F's in chat. Round done and dusted. Jury can just hope to put some clean finishing touches onto it, but it's certainly not going to be going his way. Rem is chopped there from Alien. But yeah, I mean, killing him after timing here would be the most ideal, but Alien,
1 second.
Yeah, he was hasty, mate. He wanted the frag. He says, I'm in beast mode right now. Trav, I feel like that's something that, pro players miss the trick on more often than not, is trying to kill somebody after timer, but they get hasty.
True.
And I can understand it, but I just feel like in some cases it's worth taking note of.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, actually. I feel like in that case, I think they were giving it a go a little bit. I think Crad was trying to play time as much as possible. They also didn't want to lose the AWP from Alien, right? I know they've got money, but losing the AWP is quite expensive, so take that priority over killing him after time, I would say. He's going to be on pistols anyway. Okay, here we go, Juki. He's back in the server again. Just headshot him through the wall. You know you want to. Get another one. Okay,
you can't help yourself, can you, mate? Mia gonna actually end up falling to hear an AWP and play. Yeah, Jury able to find himself a kill. Still some pressure being applied here by Nickelback up towards shorts. I don't actually think his position has been compromised. So he's trying to have that impact, and he spots out the AWP. Ooh, actually, lucky to be alive right now.
This is decent. It's not a bad round considering the situation. Yeah, and Aben gets the AWP as well. I mean, that makes sense in a way of he is the highest health player. It's sort of the anti-Bogdan. But as you can see, it makes total sense in this scenario because the other 2 players were incredibly low. And they wanted to try and trade with the AWP. Unfortunately for Jury, Nickelback toward Car will get that kill. But of course now Aben has locked him into that angle. So he knows he's there. Both which ways of it. Both players know what's going on with that one. And he'll escape with 8 HP. And he has the bomb. 30 seconds, but both CTs are rotating through here. So I think they're going to catch him on the cross. He doesn't have a smoke for it.
Oh, they heard him.
I reckon he's not long for this world. They're going for it pretty quickly. Nickelback's already here.
Yeah.
Well done.
Nickelback heard the footsteps there, positioned himself in towards CT. Probably was almost in like the maximum range to hear footsteps. So pretty fortunate that he gets those audio cues and he's able to rotate accordingly. At least damage is done there for Astronauts though, right? They get 3 kills. That was an eco round. So it kind of forces Entropiq to rebuy a couple of weapons and brings their economy back down to earth. But 8-2 here on Astronauts map pick. Yeah, it's looking bleak. I feel like they need to start finding some traction here on this T side. They need to give themselves a fighting chance, which is like 5 rounds at the bare minimum, right?
Yeah, indeed. Gives them a chance.
Especially especially when you consider the might of Entropiq's T side and like all the synergy and the communication and chemistry that they've got. It's going to be tough for Astronauts to contain them on their CT side. Good opening kill found towards long. Nickelback is tucked in towards the corner. Looks like he's got support coming. Mia probably wants to take that bait, but it's going to be Nickelback who takes the heat. Can't complete the frag. He's only good for damage. Mia's going to wide swing off the back of that. Yes, he gets a kill, but he'll end up falling as well. 4 versus 2. Make that a 4 versus 1. Good patience there from the AWPer.
Yeah, a huge amount of patience. Exactly. Just waiting to a top mid to wait for that aggression. As you say, that one is kind of on the long anchor. Doing all that damage in the corner, but unfortunately not to be. Alien spots Juki in mid, actually. And won't even get a chance to pull the trigger, I think, actually, on that one. And Juki takes him out. Excellent round there from the Astronauts, but it's only 3. It's not like they're anywhere much closer. And as you said earlier, Hayes, actually, you made a very good point about these sort of rounds not necessarily can be replicated, right? Because they're just down to an odd mistake from Entropiq, especially toward long on that occasion.
Feels like Entropiq just start to get a little bit ahead of themselves because of the success that they've had, so they take a few more guys than probably should be, and that gives Astronauts the fights that they're looking for. Jury nearly gets himself another opening kill. Not going to be afforded the luxury on this occasion, and we haven't seen Astronauts win a round in which they haven't got that early opening pick, right? So, you know, as long as Entropiq can just reel it in a little bit, I would say, and not be overly aggressive and give Astronauts the fights they're looking for, then they'll be in good stead.
You do need to be careful, right? I mean, it can be understandable for a team of this quality to be like, okay, well, we're better than them. Let's just peek them, like splash peek every single angle, and we know we'll win the game. But sometimes you've got to resort to the protocols to make sure of these victories. Forrester's already been tagged down to 2 HP as he leapt back towards CT. So 8-3. And it looks like a B play's going to be coming in. Good timing on that flashbang. Mir has a chance for a great hold here, but he is smoked off. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
again,
wow.
Straight from smoke.
He's actually doing such a good job to buy time for the support to come through. Oh my god, Mia, how has he been able to find the 3rd frag in the sequence as well? And Forrester's arrived on the scene. Neox is desperately trying to make his way through mid doors, but I think he's been spotted. His position's compromised, and Entropiq have the information.
Yeah.
Oh man, Astronauts, they had a small window of opportunity there, Trav, when Mia was the only player on that B-bomb side. Neox should end up going down here, and he will to Alien's AWP. But, yeah, let's watch this unfold, and I can make that point. Juki desperately trying to punch in the digits, and he will get a bomb plant at the bare minimum. A bit of respect coming through from Entropiq. But as I was saying, Astronauts had a window of opportunity there, Trav. If they were able to just pounce and activate a little bit earlier, feels like they got a bit stunned there by Mia. If they got that kill sooner, that was, you know, there was nobody else towards that B-bomb site. All 4 of the other players were on the CT side of the map or towards A, right? So Mia staying alive for so long bought so much time for those rotations.
Yeah, Mir was an absolute legend on that defense. I mean, firstly, that smoke on the edge of Xbox, he just sprays directly through it, gets the first, and then just plays around it, right? It's not just a smoke you can spray through, it's one you can play around. Gets the second play on the edge of the car box, I guess you could call it, on the left tunnels. And the third, another spray through the smoke, dirty stuff through the edge of it.
Yeah.
Up to 16-4 with Alien on 14. They're still building up those numbers.
Yeah, 30 and 8 between the two of them. Yeah, there we go. Quick maths. The South African and the UK education system combining for some maths on stream, Trav, and we know that that's the ultimate pitfall, so that's something for us to be proud of. Alien going to be proud of that opening pick. He adds another to the duo's tally as they just keep farming these Astronaut players.
Indeed, that was a tasty headshot through the edge of the wall there from Alien. And then I've missed this team a little bit, I'll be honest with you, because they were honestly a really fun team to watch, especially when they were, you know, creating big upsets at the major before the previous one, Stockholm, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. And they were doing such great work. Alien was top tier, still is, and I would not be surprised to see him on a better team in the future. But I know for a fact this team has the quality, with Mir as well, to keep putting teams on the edge of tier 1 and even the top teams as well under some pressure, if they got the opportunity, of course. Qualify for Melbourne first. Ooh, they're trying to do. Mir gets 1, but only 1 and done. Nickelback gets a 2nd, and now Forrest is under pressure toward B. Lovely headshot, and he even sprays the little burst toward window while he's full blind, probably asking his teammates, "Did I get the kill, guys?" Yes, you did, my friend.
The classic on land, looking across your teammates' monitor, checking your kill feed to see if you actually got the frag or not. Great work from Forrest. I mean, he hasn't really had to clock in yet, has he? But as soon as he is called upon, he gets 2 vital frags there to conclude the round. You posed an interesting point there about Elian, and he has been, probably the star player of Entropiq, especially before Mir joined. It did feel like he tapered off a little bit, though, right? And I think that was synonymous with their struggles. And I wonder if he's feeling a little bit of pressure with Dexter being a free agent now, Trav.
Yeah, it's a good point. It's a very good point. I know Dexter sort of said himself, listen, I prefer to stay in Russia. Actually, we'll get back onto that in a second. They have no idea that Neox is straight through mid. No one holding that at all for Entropiq. That's a little bit of an oversight. And because of that 1 kill, look at this. They're calling everyone back toward B. Forrest is under a lot of pressure, and he gets taken out immediately. So this is basically a done round solely through the fact they aren't looking at mid properly.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really fault Entropiq either. When do you ever have a T player? It's just like, yeah, jumps down suicide, runs straight down mid, and he just pushes his way all the way up to the B site in like the first 15 seconds of the round. Props to Neox. Massive balls on that guy. And now they're going to be looking for some exit kills. Need to be careful. There's still some time left in the round. It was actually hilarious. I casted a game once, Trav. I'm not sure if it was with you or not, but it was there was a team that was saving, and the last player was in CT, and the T's were rushing him down to try and get the exit kill, and they all ended up dying, and he just ran up to the site and defused the bomb. But he was fully set on saving, and they gifted themselves up, and I almost thought we might have something similar here.
True. That was a very nice end to that round, by the way, by Neox. 3 lovely headshots, and Entropiq's goal in that situation was purely to take the guns out of their hands, because they know they haven't built up their money yet for the final round of the half. So there was a chance they could have forced them down to Galil's, and it didn't matter. In Entropiq's case, they had all the money in the world for the final round of the half, so they could afford just to press W there, look for the kills, and have some fun with it. I like to see teams do that rather than just save their KD. That's a lot more fun.
Yeah,
Neox getting 3 tasty headshots though to help with that. All good.
Gonna boost his confidence as well. Give him some mojo here going into the rest of the map. Look at the aggression here from Entropiq towards Jury. He's gonna have a fight on his hands up against the MP9. He certainly comes out on top of that. Now he's gonna be calling for the support from Neox, who continues to farm the headshots. Now the pressure actually pivots towards the A-bomb side. Rare missed there, and he needed to connect on that one. Lots of damage being done. Molly's in the impact as well. Absolutely chaotic scenes. Denim is going to get both of those players towards CT. It's only Elian left remaining. Thankfully, he finds himself on the correct part of the map, but he ends up being flanked up by Neox. And there we go, Astronauts. They get that 5-round sort of bare minimum that I was mentioning throughout the half. That was chaotic, though.
It was chaotic, but it was also a lot of fun, and we're gonna have to be back after the break to see if Entropiq can close it out. Don't go anywhere, guys.
Got me feeling some way, like I might be stuck in a dream. Let's stay here till the day breaks. Feeling like I never wanna leave. Keep moving till the sunrise. You're taking my mind out to sea. Fall in love at low tide. I'm thinking we should never leave. So let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing Let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing let's keep going till the night is almost gone. 'Cause I feel like singing
We are back. Second half underway. Entropiq able to pick up 10 dominant rounds in that first half on their opponent's map pick. Should set them instead to close this one out. Astronauts, what do they have in store for us on the CT side? We're going to be finding out. And we do see Mir taking his position towards long and actually forcing the CT back.
Yep, already going for a bit of aggression. Mir had a stupidly good CT half, 18-7 for the Star Rifler. Alien 16-6 on the AWP. Had a couple of misses, which you wouldn't come to expect from him, but doesn't matter. They still won the half comfortably, and Crad will be the man to immediately trade out Neox. One of the stars, actually, from the astronaut side, from the first half. Very impressed with him. So many tags coming through Car toward long. Jury's in a lot of trouble, trying just to get that one click to make that position worth it, but somehow, don't ask me how, he's got away.
Man, this guy's got guardian angels. They say cats have 9 lives. Apparently, juries have 15. Who would have ever known? Juki is coming up with the flank from middle. There should be a double peek here, and he will actually be able to get a kill before he goes down. And in fact, in the meantime, I think it's Jury who's been able to make his way in towards lowers. So, yeah, it is indeed.
Wow, okay.
Might catch Entropiq off guard, depending if they do end up back towards this B bomb site. Options available, but not too much time left.
This is some smart CS from Jury, for sure. Once he managed to get away from Car, he just thought to himself, okay, well, I may as well be the man to go look for information now because I'm living a bit of a charmed life anyway. Now Aben comes in to help. The Aben-Jury duo played together on so many different mixed teams with some good success in the past. Getting another quick tap, and Aben now back on the A side looking to tap away at Alien and Crad. Denim will take that long-range headshot with the P2000. Now it's all down to Alien. Getting a bomb plant here would be pretty great because all 3 of the CTs are nowhere near at the moment. And this is a very winnable 1v3 anyway.
It is. You look at the HP on these 3 individuals. This is the full health player right now. Denim, if he can get this kill, he stands a much better chance, but Denim will be able to come out with the frag. And with that, it's going to be Astronauts who open up their account first here in the second half. And that's exactly what they needed as well, Trav. You consider the fact that they're playing from behind right now, you know, down 10-5. That second half pistol round is of utmost importance, and they're able to make it work.
Yeah, it's an important one for sure. But Alien, securing that bomb plant, does secure them the buy. The buy of Galil's. 3 of them, in fact, with Nickelback on a Deagle and Alien on his Scout. And interestingly, Astronauts, of course, they know that. They know the bomb plots come through. They know that Entropiq will most likely force buy, so they've brought up all 5 rifles. So limited util, prioritising the weaponry.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair enough on a map like Dust2. You know, they want to try and make sure that even though they know they're going up against a force buy, they've got those M4s at their disposal. Maybe also just looking in towards the future a little bit. You know, they want to make sure that when that first gun round comes through, they're not sort of reduced to, you know, a bonus round per se. They've already got these rifles. Look at Neox, my god. Oh, did he not spot him? Crad certainly did. Crad's seen 2 players. That's a healthy amount of information here for Entropiq. How do they respond? Doesn't look like there's any immediate response coming through from them.
They're going to go for a bit of a walk through mid, I think, here. Neox is pushed all the way through in the end. So Crad spotted that information and decided, okay, I'm going to leave it. And Neox said, okay, well, I'll just take up that position then and try and have a long flank coming back in if they split toward B. But the flashbang is perfect. Juki was under so much pressure and they couldn't get anything done. Neox's position, as I mentioned, does get him 1, but now his position has been exposed. And with the bomb planted on B, incredibly difficult retake coming in.
I don't even know if they want to go for this one. Neox does at least get another kill, but I'm just looking at the minimap. The other 3 players, they're not moving any muscles, Trav. They've accepted their fate in the round here, and they're going to take these rifles into the next. I do love the response there from Entropiq, though. You know, once Crad just gets that information and he sees 2 players in towards tunnels, he knows that, all right, the play to be made here is that we need to push through middle. Because if you see 2 players in tunnels, you know that there's definitely nobody else on the B bomb site itself, and there's very unlikely another player in towards CT. So, you know, through middle, they knew they had that space to work with, and they end up working their way into the B bomb site very effectively. Go up 11-6.
Indeed, that was the right play for sure to save in the end. They only had 1 flash and no kit, so it made total sense on this occasion. Entropiq will keep their guns as well in toward Car. You can survive the bomb blast if you're relatively healthy. On B, if you're sitting on Car. All good. 11 to
Pretty
6.
rough situation for astronauts rather to have to force here though. With I know they saved the 3 guns, but it's like
Yeah.
you lose this round 12-6, eco in the next 13-6. At that point, like the game's already getting so far away from you. Jury looking to try and take the
Making a play.
responsibility here. Alien not patient for long enough, so opportunity missed there. At least even to get that information. Jury's going to be a lot further forward than Entropiq expect. Yes, Dukey wants to go with the deagle. My God, this guy's living dangerously.
Oh boy. Mia on the edge of the smoke as well. Forrester will get the first toward Neox, and now Denim's under a lot of pressure. He's been spotted. Needs to really pull up his shorts now and get some quality defense frags, and he gets himself 3 beautiful frags from Denim. That is truly going above and beyond in that scenario, and there's finally that Jury flank that was coming in for a very long time. Great stuff from Denim, really taking the pressure off that A-site play. And it secures Astronauts their 7th, and that shows that the save was very much worth it. M4A4 looking great.
Yeah, that's true. Good point. We should point that out because it's not something that happens too often. So we should give a little bit of love to the A4 there. Not to say he couldn't have done that with the A1S, but either way, I think you don't think he could have.
No,
I think within 20 bullets he would have had those 3 kills.
okay.
Either way, I think Jury pushing up middle there actually gave them a lot of healthy information as well, so they knew that they could commit to the rotations towards the A site. So all worked out nicely, and this is actually going to be a pretty good opportunity for Astronauts to reduce the deficit to 3. Couple Desert Eagles, couple AKs, a Scout. It's a mix and a match of weapons coming through here for the T side.
It is indeed. Seen them win with less. Aben defending under the crack in the wall from CT. See legs first. Usually works out for a frag if you don't get faked out too ridiculously. And Denim didn't have the best of games before that 3k hold, so up to 10 kills with that. Be very give him some confidence, you'd hope. As Entropiq make their way up towards short. Held by Alien with the Scout, but swung on by Fury with his M4. Now Nickelback's going alone, but uses that smoke on the boost to his advantage. So 4v4 as they make their way up toward the A site. Mir gets 1 for 1 in mid as well. Dukey has to trade it, but there's Nickelback dropping down towards CT. Free kill for Aben. And now Crad and Forrester don't really have much to say in this one, you'd think. But there's another 1-dig. And look where Forrester is. He's waiting for a rotation. Catches Dukey in the side. And they know where Aben is in CT as well. He's stuck.
Problem is, the bombs are planted for short here, so if Aben can get this kill onto Crad quickly enough, he can put some serious pressure onto Forrester. Forrester desperately trying to rotate up to assist his teammate, and he's able to get in position just in time. That is a gorgeous headshot coming through there from Forrester, and Entropiq clapped back immediately after losing the round.
That was some good stuff. That was some very good stuff indeed. And I think that the main part of that one is as well, is the fact that they shouldn't really have let that happen, I would say, because they were really split in that scenario. And I think the main split put them away from that idea, if you get what I mean, right? Like the split between the B and A and Forrester being there so late round just completely caught off. Caught off Astronauts. And in the end, it's the lower buy that comes up victorious again, of course.
That shot from Crad with the Desert Eagle was saucy. I feel like that was the kill that really unlocked the round for them. It is going to be another force buy. Forces on forces here is the name of the game in the second half. AWP in play for Aben, so he's going to be the man to watch. Only one rifle, or at least a competent rifle. I wouldn't even call FAMAS a competent rifle. Won't do it such justice or a service. That's nonsense. What can Neox do with the Scout here? Trying to get the information. Yeah. Needs to be careful though. Alien on the opposite side, and he's got the big... Oh no, he doesn't. He's also got a Scout. So
Scout v Scout. Yeah. We've got 3 snipers on the server right now. 2 Scouts and an AWP. And Forrester has crept up a lot further than I think they're expecting. Smoke comes in. Aben spots the jump on the cross. And he's trying to time a second shot, but misses it. So that gives Entropiq a chance to make their way up. They are taking a big gamble by crossing towards the site with no second smoke. That's Nickelback tagged down to 4 HP, but Crad again lurking toward top mid. Deals with Jury, and that makes this retake very difficult, but Aben gets one more, but the Scout cannot connect right now.
They do have the kits in play here for the retakes. They've got a bit of extra time to work with. I think that's a tag from the scout that comes through, but Forrester continues to fight his way regardless. Astronauts trying to close the gap, but the closer they get, they continue to lose individuals. Yes, Juki gets a frag, but he's taken so much damage in the process. And Abid was sort of sitting back like, mate, I don't think I want to get involved with this one. But Mia says, you have no choice. That's his 24th kill, Trav. He's torn ahead of Elian here in the second half. He's just carried on his merry way. He is dominating the server right now.
That was just a ridiculous shot on Aben. Such long range as well. Not been the best of games for Aben. Maybe, I guess it's quite clear to say that a couple of these players on the Astronauts team will be slightly out of their depth, and they're doing a pretty good job, and I'm quite impressed with them, to be honest, considering the gap in ranking.
Yeah, true.
Of course, the gap in talent. It's just a mixed team, and they managed to get 7 rounds against one of the more high-quality teams in this qualifier, so respect.
Yeah, it's a good point, Trav. I mean, we've seen glimpses, right? It's just, unfortunately, it hasn't been, like, consistent enough, and now they have to go for the eco round, so should see that deficit grow to 7 rounds here for Astronaut, which is going to be really difficult to try and come back from, especially with the individuals looking as good as they are right now for Entropiq. Let's get some updates from the other games, right? We've got Forza playing against Formal right now. Forza are winning that 14-4, so absolutely dominating proceedings over there. Sprout playing against Rare Atom, that's 8-7, so as close as we were expecting. Heat against K23 is the other match that's being played, the 4th match of the round right now, and Heat are leading that 13-4, so they're dominating that game right now.
Yep, K23 of course playing with, I think, Problem from that old Hellraisers team. So that's going to be a bit of a newer roster for them. So probably to be expected as well. Nice frag from Aben and another dink to boot, but only the 1 kill to add to his tally. And as you so rightly say, Entropiq have doubled the score at 14-7, just 2 away from map 1.
So where's Nealon? Because I saw the report that he might actually be joining Evil Geniuses. Is that why he's not playing with K23
I did
right
see
now?
that report. I believe that may be one of the main reasons. I think maybe he's talking to some other teams. So wouldn't be surprised at all if that was the case.
I mean, it feels like if Evil Geniuses is picking up Nealon, and no offense to Nealon, but is that the best?
Maybe IGL role, I think.
There?
They're looking for an IGL in that sense.
Okay.
3G.
Don't know how his English is, but
I think it's okay. You played that charity tournament, do you remember? The one we did with we did for Ukraine?
Oh yeah?
Played in that that Tuscan game. Obviously we didn't hear him talk, but you know, he was playing on a mixed team, so clearly he has okay English.
That's Trav's assessment, ladies and gentlemen. He can play at the top level in Counter-Strike because he did it at a charity tournament. There we go. That's all he needed.
I believe in him, okay? Right.
Fair enough.
If you play in a mixed team, you have to speak English. It's fine.
Yes,
no worries.
That is true. Do you believe in Astronauts, Trav? 14-7,
no.
They've barely got any util, no kits, no AWP. It's looking bleak.
Yeah, it is looking bleak. But as I said, they haven't shown a bad face at all. Denim's had a couple of nice rounds. Neox has been my man of the match, really, to be honest, on the Astronaut side. He's been very impressive, had a couple of really impactful rounds, playing super aggressively, looking sharp for a player that obviously, as we said, are pretty unknown to us. Elian, goodness me. Smoke, torn the site as well. And then going straight through it, unfortunately will be stopped by Forrester. He was a lot further through than I expected, I think. I think we were both surprised by that one.
Absolutely. Did he get blinded up as well? Oh my god, it's actually a flawless round from Entropiq. They were super patient in their approach, and it works out perfectly. But Denim must have got blinded, right? Because everybody from Entropiq was blind, and had he not actually been blinded by the team flash, I feel like there might have even been a triple kill on the cards there. Like, he had a good 3 or 4 seconds before they were able to get their vision back. So that's a little bit unfortunate.
That is true. Unfortunately, Astronauts are resigned to 2 scouts, 2 FAMASs and an MP9 to keep this game going on a little while longer. Entropiq. Ancient coming up next. That's a ridiculous frag from Denim, considering he got tagged down so low. Mir, the absolute god of this game so far, been taken down. But yeah, Ancient coming up next, which I'm very excited for. Even if it's a bit of a walkover, I always love watching Ancient, especially considering the changes that have come through. So that should be fun.
Absolutely, Entropiq are really good at the map as well, so it always provides a bit of a spectacle, as is the case right now. Nickelback cleans house towards long, gets himself 2 kills. Yes, there's a push coming through from Aben, but he's too trigger happy, and Elian, he's just not wasting any time. AWP in and rampages forward and gets himself the kill.
Very easy peasy for Entropiq, and that is as we expected. But not too bad, honestly. That show from Astronauts was not too bad at all. We had Neox showing some promising things, of course, for a completely unknown player to us. So all I can say about that is, well, maybe he's one to keep an eye on, especially in the Turkish scene, as he's very young. We saw some decent stuff from Denim as well, that one lovely hold toward the A site. There were some positive things.